When it comes to dealing with narcissistic individuals, one of the best things we can do is learn to recognise their patterns of behaviour, the cycle that they go around. As with narcissistic individuals, they tend to follow a very predictable pattern of behaviour once we have the understanding of it. When we don't have the understanding, we don't know. And narcissistic individuals will follow this pattern of behaviour whether they are dealing with their own children, with their parents, with their friends, with a co-worker, with a partner, with another family member. It's who they are as a person. Narcissistic individuals tend to have multiplays within their games. They will go all out to be idolising somebody, and that somebody that they're idolising will have a strong connection to the narcissist due to how the narcissist is treating them so well, and will be showering the narcissist with compliments and praise and admiration, which feeds the narcissist's ego, makes the narcissist feel good. And then the narcissist can turn around to those who the narcissist believes isn't supplying the narcissist and claim how somebody else can treat them so much better, until the narcissist treats that person negatively and that person no longer gives the narcissist the validation that they require. And then all of a sudden the person that the narcissists were idolising is now enemy number one. And the person that they were idolising, they will go all out to start devaluing, to punish that person for daring to question the narcissist's sense of superiority, sense of authority. A narcissist will go all out to devalue someone that they believe is no longer serving them. Yet if the narcissist still needs that person, they'll reel that person back in with the reward punishment, the intermittent reinforcement. They'll suddenly start treating the person well again and idolising them again to bring them back into the narcissist games, only to devalue them all over again. Usually at some point, a narcissist will find some form of replacement before they're willing to discard you. Now the replacement can be a new partner, can be their child, it can be their parent, it can be a friend, it can be whoever's going to supply the narcissist with whatever the narcissist requires at that time. And then the narcissist will discard, which is usually temporarily and usually an illusion, and they will come back if they can. After the discard, they might smear your name to ruin your reputation, because a narcissist is never going to be to blame for anything. They're going to pass all that blame onto you and play the victim, so that the person that they're idolising feels sorry for them, protects them, enables them, and turns against the narcissist's actual victim. And they can turn around and try to hoover you back into their games as and when they believe they need you again. The discard phase in a relationship with a narcissistic individual can be incredibly painful, can be devastating. It can come without warning, or your intuition might have known that something wasn't right. But it's vital to understand that more often than not, it's an illusion. It's not actually the end. The final discard comes from you. It can take an average of 7 attempts to escape these kinds of relationships, but at some point you start to see what is happening, even if you can't understand it, and you say is enough, and you break free. More often than not, when you break free is when things escalate. And when these escalate, the narcissist is looking to exhaust you, to get you to sort of give up and come back. Only if you do that, it's just going to repeat again. What you need to do is recognise when they're escalating, this is exactly why you need to safely break free from the narcissistic individual. The narcissist discard is more often than not a power play, not the end. Narcissists often use the discard phase as a way to insert their control and power over you. The sudden withdrawal or abandonment is meant to undermine you. It's meant to destabilise you. It's meant to make you feel worthless and dependent on their validation. It's rarely a goodbye. It's more about keeping you off balance, and then when they see an opportunity to return, they return to you to exploit you all over again. And they return to you with the idolisation, and the pattern begins all over again. This is why many narcissists will return to an ex, will abandon a child for 6 months and then return to the child, will disappear on their parents and then return to their parents. And it's not a case of a victim who's trying to break free and get sucked back in. This is a narcissist who's instigating and manipulating. The narcissist discard can be part of their hoovering tactic. So after they've discarded you, they can often engage in the hoover, attempting to suck you back in. The term hoover is named after the vacuum cleaner brand Hoover, because they come to suck you back in, treat you like dirt, and then discard you all over again. If a narcissist senses that you're doing well or that you've moved on without them, they can reappear with those false apologies, with the love bombing, with the idolization, with the sudden crisis, with the manipulative tactics and power plays, which proves that the discard isn't a true ending, but a temporary maneuver by a narcissist. Narcissists need that supply. So if the new supply is no longer fulfilling them, they will return to an old supply, usually to triangulate and play them off against the new supply, to punish the new supply. The narcissist wants to prove to themselves that they are desirable. Narcissists require the attention and admiration and the energy from those around them. The discard is often a pause where they look to extract supply from somebody new, and then they come back when that new supply isn't working out quite how they want it. The discard can simply be a test to see how much control they have over you. If you chase after them or react emotionally towards them, it reinforces their sense of power. If you let them go, they get offended and accuse you of not actually caring about them. So a narcissist can threaten to end the relationship. You chase after them, they don't leave. You say, well, okay, fair enough, if you don't want this anymore. They get offended and they stay. The narcissist and the discard, the illusion lies in the belief that they want to move on, when in reality they're often just gauging your response. They need your supply. When a narcissistic individual discards you, if they can, they will often keep tabs on you, which is why it's recommended to block them, their friends, their family, their flying monkeys. Even after discarding you, a narcissist can want to keep tabs on your life. A victim. Most victims will know at some point that you've checked in on the narcissist. It's human nature. Narcissists are no different to this. They will keep a tab on you, either directly or indirectly, turning up where you are, turning up at your hobbies, turning up at your job, turning up at your home, monitoring your social media, asking mutual friends about you, and reaching out to remind you of their presence. And it shows that the discard isn't a complete ending. Now, when you've been discarded by a narcissist abruptly and you're looking for answers, you often see what they're doing to try and find the closure. And usually when you discover what they're up to, it only causes you more pain, which is why it's best to find the best way possible to let them go and move forward. Narcissists struggle to do this because to a narcissist, it's everybody else's fault and they require that supply. Narcissists use the discard for punishment and control. The discard is often a manipulative tactic designed to make you feel insignificant, make you feel desperate. It's not the ending of a relationship, it's the narcissist teaching you a lesson to ensure that you remain vulnerable to their influence. It's an illusion because the narcissist doesn't truly let go, they're just pulling your strings from a distance. Narcissists rarely actually move on. Narcissists rarely form deep, meaningful relationships with other people. They lack the empathy to do so. So they don't easily let go of others because they rewrite it in their mind that the other person is at fault, and they often seek revenge on people who haven't actually done anything to the narcissist, they often seek to destroy those who dare to just simply say no more to the narcissist's manipulative behaviour. Narcissists often try to revisit old relationships, making the discard temporary. Narcissists might simply discard someone to recycle them, to pull them back in with the idealization again. Understanding these tactics helps to reveal that the narcissist discard is more of another manipulative tactic than the actual end. It's a way for the narcissist to maintain control, to repeat the cycle, to do what they do best, to do what is normal to them, to do what their pattern of behaviour that they've become accustomed to. Idolize, devalue, discard, replace, idolize, devalue, discard, replace, with the intermittent reinforcement, the smear campaigns and the hoovering in between. Narcissists look to keep you emotionally invested in them. They want to ensure themselves that they still have access to you. They're entitled enough to believe that they have a right to you, a right to your supply whenever they choose, and they get offended when they no longer have any access to your life. The real challenge is actually realising that the narcissist discard is just another pattern in their behaviour, and the bigger challenge is finding a way to break free from their manipulative cycle, because narcissistic individuals do not make it easy for you. However, you have to make a decision, and then you have to focus on why that decision is the right thing for you. Then you have to find a way to keep yourself safe as a narcissist escalates their manipulative games to try and hook you back into their spell. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of one-to-one slots available, and the links for those will be in the description also. I do also have several books out on Amazon. I have How to Create Boundaries around those who do not respect your boundaries, such as narcissistic individuals who feel entitled to have everything their own way. And then there's 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People, How to Stay Sane and Break the Chain if you cannot go no contact with a narcissistic person. The relatively new book, which is Hilarious and Horrifying Narcissistic Memes and Their Meanings, which are the quotes and the memes that I've shared over the internet over the past few years, in a little handy book with the meanings behind the meanings behind the memes and the quotes. A Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which just breaks down the criteria and the behaviours, and there is different chapters, so if you just need to refresh, you can just turn to ghosting and read all about that one. And it's not that one, it's this one. I do also have Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment, which is less about reading and more about writing to help you recover with your emotional healing and to get the narcissist thoughts out of your head and to rebuild personal relationships, to learn how to set healthy boundaries. If anyone is interested in any of these, they are all available on Amazon, and the current offer is, if anyone's happy to purchase a copy and leave a genuine 5-star review, then the online Break Free from Narcissistic and Emotional Abuse course is available for absolutely free. Just send me a message for more information. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.